9 investigates questions about a cemetery that have prompted a state investigation.
Some of the graves at Oakland Cemetery have been desecrated, some hidden by overgrown grass and trees. Volunteers told us it's mostly home to African Americans who were once slaves and even veterans. Oakland Cemetery sits on private land on Airport Road in Edgewater. Investigative reporter Darlene Jones has been trying to find out why the owner has been allowed to let the site deteriorate.
He told me it's up to the families of those buried on his property. The problem, we're told, is that some have moved or died. We have questioned the state for weeks now, and within the last 24 hours, they emailed us confirming they are investigating since we brought this to their attention. Linda Thomas and Faye Addleton have a thick binder detailing the history of Oakland Cemetery.
It's respect. You honor where people are buried and the veterans. It just, a baby's buried out there.
Both are now retired, but they volunteer a few days a month to clean and get a more accurate account of who is buried here. Desecrated graves visible from the road, trash and overgrown brush are the norm here.
We do have to be very careful because we did pull out one palmetto piece, and a jawbone and a tooth fell out of the palmetto. So you can't just go in there with a big bulldozer.
Some of the skeletal remains they keep, including what they believe to be a partial skull, hoping archaeologists can help trace the historical roots.
Why? Why not? Why? Who are we to not to do something like this? It's history. It's a part of Edgewater's history. Embrace it.
The city confirmed to us in an email its records show no city code violations ever. On top of what we saw just this month, volunteers have picture proof of the conditions dating back to 2013. The state told us it can't force the owner to do anything because it's not licensed. It's one of 79 cemeteries in Florida with an exemption protecting it from state regulations.
Should the state step in?
I wish the state would step in.
The owner, John Massey, would not agree to an on-camera interview inside of his office trailer behind the cemetery. He runs operations for Massey Ranch Airport, a coastal fly-in community building homes within walking distance of airport hangars and taxiways. Massey told me it was never his intention to maintain the property when he inherited the land from his late father. City records show he has never filed a police report, though he told us vandals desecrated some of the graves here in search of material that can be pawned off.
Other than the fact that we deserve better in death, we've brought and paid for a plot of land to be buried there with whether we had a plaque or a marble stone. For the love of God, there's a moral issue to respect them.
Those volunteers are comforted in knowing the cemetery is not active. In other words, no one has been buried there now for decades. The landowner told me he would be in favor of relocating the graves, but would need permission from all of the loved ones buried there, and he wasn't clear about who would carry that expense. Darlene Jones, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.